I grew up on an island. I grew up on a group of islands, and when I walked into this, I recognized the condition, and I thought about it in terms of being an archipelago of light. And I love the fact that it's completely disorientating, and that's how I felt. And that when you're in it, you can't understand it in its totality.
Another planet, and it's magic.
Beautifully kind of eerie and appropriate, completely appropriate to the environment.
Of the beat, and upon my gaze forward there was light, a field of light that was enveloping and sensational.
I think the overall surprise was that you could actually walk through this field of light, and when you got out here, it was like a totally different world. And when you look up and see the stars and look down and see all of this light, it's otherworldly, like nothing I've ever seen before.
When it turned on, it was way bigger than I imagined. I couldn't quite imagine what it was going to be like, but it was way bigger. It sort of looks like stars on the ground, not in the sky. And I loved the interaction with all the people. So,
my first impression upon seeing I Am in totality is that, meteors fall to the Earth's surface, crash into the Earth's surface sometimes. But how often does a meteor crash into the Earth's surface and articulate? Special.
The sense of depth that I got from the plane that the light was projected on. So.
Do not have words nor understanding about it, of it, what it means to be amongst it, what it means to anyone who's here, or to anyone who will see it moving forward. One day, hopefully, I'll find that understanding.
The spaces in the ground all lit up, and it was really quite fascinating, and I'm just making sure I don't fall into one of the holes.
It felt a little sci-fi coming out here, especially with the music that's happening right now. There's a sense of community that I felt for a little bit when I first came out, and everyone was having a joined experience out in the open sky in the desert.
Really far away is a really beautiful, beautiful thing, and makes the viewer shift perspectives in a lot of really interesting ways, and especially how it relates to the stars and walking around it is just really awesome.
What she said.
By its size, by its location in the desert, sort of light at night on a barren desert. And then once I saw the view from above where it says I Am, I thought it was incredibly thoughtful in that it is an abstract piece, but the I Am gives some definition to it and some life and being to it. I'm completely awed and blown away by it.
All the people around us and all this light and the reflection of the stars.
So I get in, I walk in, the first thing I see is a city of lights, and the scope was monumental. Monumental. Epic! Epic!
Really magical, and I felt very proud to be a resident of the Coachella Valley, where so much progressive art is happening. And I felt like we were the epicenter of contemporary art installations. And seeing art installations in the sand is mesmerizing.
An evening under the stars, looking at amazing art. What could be better?
Without me hovering over it. I think it's about the encounter with the viewer directly.